Hello everyone, and welcome back for another episode of Serena Gaming. I am once again re-recording commentary because I had forgotten to check if my mic was muted or not. So hopefully this is the last time I have to do this. I promise I'm going to check if my mic is muted in the future. I'm very sad that I messed this one up because I was very, very excited for this game and to share it all with you. This will be episode 1 of my playing Away, the survival series. This is an indie game that I backed on Kickstarter way back in the day. It's been in production for quite a while now, and it finally released this week. Alright, so yesterday, game release day, I downloaded it, I came home, and I was gonna do this Let's Play, and I did all that, but forgot to unmute my mic. So, again, I'm gonna kind of recreate some of my reactions to this, but it's not fresh anymore, but this is definitely a different game from anything else I've been playing or ever played. And I hope you all enjoy this experience, and, well, it works out well for us. It was definitely a learning curve, this first episode, as you will see. Also, I'll say now, trigger warning for spiders. I'm going to put notes and comments on the videos as well, but I'm also going to verbally say trigger warning for spiders. Lots of spiders. So, I uninverted the axis because the standard was inverted, which I don't like. Okay. Animals are not brethren. They are not underlings. They are other nations. Caught with ourselves.
20 years have passed since a cataclysmic disaster known as the Shift transformed the Earth. This planet, once a paradise for human beings and animals alike, has become a nightmare. A swirling vortex of storms, fires, and eruptions that threatens to devour what little life remains. And yet, life does remain. Animals, certain indefatigable species, have proven themselves able to adapt in ways humans could not.
At this point, you take over as your character.
One such species is the sugar glider, a small marsupial unusually adept at navigating this new and treacherous environment.
See, I'm trying to figure out all the controls. At this point, all you can control is camera angle and just walking. Oh, and their definition of invert axis is apparently the opposite of every other game I've played, so that was a bit frustrating. So in this game, I actually want to invert the axis because they can't use the same terminology as every other game.
Though sugar gliders, like all life on Earth, now balance on the brink of extinction, their still beating hearts offer us glimmers of hope, proof that no matter the challenge, life can always find a way.
Thank you, Dr. Malcolm. Can you imagine if we got Jeff Goldblum to narrate this? That would have happened. As it is, they've got maybe that sound of actually want to look up. Did they get David Attenborough?
Like human beings, Sugar gliders form powerful familial bonds. Adults and their offspring protect and nurture each other and cooperate in ways that enhance their chances of survival. But no amount of cooperation can avert some disasters.
They share with you in the first 30 seconds that all of humanity has been wiped out. I don't care. I care that they killed the sugar glider daddy. Like, that
and
is
where
the
there is
tragedy
life,
here.
there is hope. This young family of sugar gliders is living on hope. With their nest destroyed and their father cruelly taken, they'll need every ounce of it to brave the dangers of the wild in search of a new home. Young gliders, or joeys, sometimes remain with their mothers until they are 10 months old. At only 6 months, our young glider will need more time at his mother's side to learn the ropes.
A lot more time, as we will find.
Every step forward for this joey is a step into the unknown. His mother and baby sister are the only constants in his life. And his mother has the knowledge and wisdom that come with age. He'll still have to follow her closely. He's still young and has much to learn.
Yeah, so L2 brings up that reticule for aiming. We don't have a use for it yet, though.
Mushrooms and other succulent plant life not only offer nourishment to the sugar glider, but a path to follow. For where plants thrive, other forms of life can thrive as well.
I still have to figure out if you have to hold square or if you have to mash square. It's really not clear to me what I am doing to eat.
Jumping, a precursor to gliding, keeps the glider nimble and strong. Skills he'll need if he's to survive this quickly changing environment.
Little dude has hops. Yeah, there's kind of a small jump and a big jump. It's hard to control in the middle.
A spider. Though small, it has all the markings of the notorious Black Widow. The glider must master every skill in his arsenal to thrive, and one of his most notable attributes is gliding. He cannot survive without acquiring this primary skill. But to glide, he'll need strength, and strength comes from food.
Raccoons, of course, survive.
The forest floor, despite its dangers, also provides. Plump cloudberries fruit are chock full of nutrients and tasty too. This is Savior Island, one of only a handful of ecosystems that remain. Its dense forests would once have offered cover and comfort to this young sugar glider, but no longer. The island is now a deadly war zone of competing species. The sugar glider feels most at home in the trees, and for good reason. The glider's whole body is adapted for the high life of the forest canopy.
Yeah, what's a great
Opposable
choice
thumbs
for a
on
game
his
for
hind
me?
feet allow him to clasp branches and perform wonderful feats of acrobatics.
Let's play a game that's all about climbing
With
trees
his gliding
and then jumping
membrane,
off them.
he can defy gravity itself and float on the air like a piece of paper, at least in theory.
What was I thinking? I still haven't figured out the controls for this, so I can get those types of slams.
Gliding isn't an easy skill to master.
No, it's not.
This youngster will need more practice to get it right. Now you use the L to ridicule. A delicious meal. There's nothing like a successful hunt to put the spring back in your step. The sugar glider forges ahead with a new vigor.
It's not vigor. Alright, it's confusion about how to glide.
The glider has ventured close to the cliff's edge. The winds here are harsh. One wrong move could send him tumbling into the waters below, and because gliders can't swim, this would be a deadly mistake.
Yeah, that's not a subtle hint at all. They are not joking. You suck at swimming. Because I'm having trouble getting the right amount of push on the button. I'm afraid of over-jumping a lot. These lily pads stay.
The terrain is rocky and inhospitable. Nothing like the smooth tree trunks and sturdy branches the sugar glider is used to. Crags, steep slopes, and sudden gaps in the earth present a treacherous challenge.
Yeah, I already figured that out. How hard was everyone pushing up till now? I immediately started jumping super high.
Up ahead, a scorpion. This creepy crawler wields a dangerous weapon, a toxic stinger that could kill the glider with a single jab. And this striking fiend won't let the glider go without a fight. This gutsy Joey has a battle on his hands.
Still figuring it out.
He's done it. The sugar glider reigns victorious, a testament to his rapidly developing skills. With a newfound confidence, he pushes forward toward the next challenge.
I do appreciate the fighting here is all dodge and attack. I don't have to parry.
Sugar gliders have powerful instincts that can alert them not only to the presence of predators, but to the safest paths forward. But instincts are useless if they're ignored. The glider must learn how and when to listen to these inner nudges. Finely honed instincts could mean the difference between life and death.
Yeah, I still haven't figured those out yet either. So I go into that and I just, I don't know what the instinct is trying to show me. They made that glide.
That chilling cry was uttered by a bearded vulture, a massive bird that could crush the sugar glider between its talons like a porcelain doll. The sugar glider's senses are on high alert. Every instinct in his body tingles in the presence of this threat. He moves cautiously, keeping inconspicuous and out of sight.
Lines of sight here, it's hard to know how to take care of this.
The glider was quick,
Because I thought
but
I
not
made
quick
that.
enough. The vulture's talons close around him like a vice, ending his brief life.
Game over at the end. See you next game. Thankfully, they just make you restart the encounter.
The young glider must stay as close to his mother as he can. At her age, she knows all the best hiding spots. And the inexperienced Joey will need all the help he can get. The vulture is a formidable opponent and won't be easily deterred.
So I don't know what I did any different in this run from the previous run.
The vulture is aware of movement on the ground. It could spot the glider at any moment.
Yeah.
Our Joey must remain quiet and hidden
Very
if he's to
aware.
survive. Narrowly avoiding the vulture, the sugar glider can breathe a sigh of relief. For now. Satiated and energized, the glider is ready for the journey ahead. But his mother and sister haven't been so successful. Our Joey mustn't give up the hunt, not until his family is as full and fed as he is.
I had a lot of difficulty here, not sure how to approach this lizard. I'm trying to figure out what's up with those white dots in instinct mode. I don't know if those are supposed to be an indication of where my scent is going or where my path should go. I still don't know. I'm still figuring that part out. Maybe it's, yeah, it seems to be a general, hey, this is where you should be going. Chase is on. Or not. Just now the instinct was going off to the left, but I could see the lizard up ahead on the right, so I'm not sure what it's telling me there. Got myself into a bit of trouble here. Little buddy. Yeah, this first hunt did not go well. I also kind of want to adjust the contrast because that lizard really gets hidden in the sunlight. It's like the only game I've had that's too bright. Most games I play are horror ones that even if you set it to max brightness, you can barely make out anything at the other side of a room. Right? New strategy. Chase. Not get close enough to make the jump. Button.
He's done it. This wriggling
Dumb
lizard will
luck.
make a fine meal for his mother and sister.
That one was dumb luck. Yeah, the instinct is not doing a great job of pointing me toward Mother. There she-
A storm rumbles in the distance. The glider must move quickly to avoid being caught in its rages.
Yeah, you go first. Yeah, every time I try to slide, I just dive bomb. And remember what they said about sugar gliders not swimming?
It is of vital importance that the sugar glider maintain his strength. He'll need every ounce of it to...
This is going to be a recurring theme. Yeah, so I thought maybe it was an inversion, non-inversion thing. So I turned off the invert axis again. Axis. Did better, same results. Oh, I did actually get out of water in time.
The sugar glider must eat whenever he can. Sprinting, climbing, gliding, these are all...
Try to get back to where I started. You can't climb the rocks. For some reason. I'm so lost.
This poisonous...
Yeah, learned another lesson there. But at least they teleport me back to where I need to be. Ouch. That time I just slammed into a rock wall. Part of it is you need to hold to glide. Alright, I think that's where I figured that out. So I start getting a little bit better. Because I thought it was
a swinging
press
branch attached precariously to a vine. For most animals, this obstacle would be impossible to bypass. A fall from this height would be fatal and not worth the risk. But the sugar glider is a masterful acrobat and light on his feet. He may succeed here where others would undoubtedly fail.
Yeah, not a huge fan of that. But I thought it was press X to jump, press X to begin gliding, but you have to hold X to continue gliding. Yeah, learning experience is a pretty steep learning curve.
This giant skeleton once belonged to a whale. The glider has never seen such a thing, and there's no reason he should have. But, sadly, the presence of this decomposed carcass so far inland is no mystery. Seismic changes, likely a tsunami caused by the shift, no doubt deposited this unfortunate creature onto the island. The poor beast perished here, unable to return to its watery home. What remains a mystery is how sugar gliders, these tiny, intrepid mammals, have managed to survive the Earth's upheavals, while so many others have failed. Unaware of the mystery surrounding his existence, the glider explores, taking in the strange sights and smells. By necessity, our glider is active during the day, though they are usually nocturnal. He'll have to use every instinct available to him to survive this strange and hostile landscape.
Jump is something I also have to practice.
The clever glider turns a log into a vessel. A little innovation goes a long way on this island.
There's no way I would have guessed that on my own. Slide off, there's no way of getting back up.
The young glider is getting weak. Luckily, the forest floor should help him regain his...
Try again. Realize that it was simply...
The young glider is getting weak. Luckily, the forest floor should help him regain his strength. glider is growing weak. He'll need food, and soon, if he's to succeed on this quest.
Kind of frustrating. Yep. I don't know why it let that one through, but I'm not complaining.
A pathway leads to a potential nest. But what hides inside those gently swaying grasses? A cluster of spiders attacks. With their superior numbers, they could easily overwhelm the sugar gliders. Insect and arachnid populations have risen precipitously since the shift. Many of the animal and avian species that would have kept their numbers under control have been wiped out. Aggressive arachnids in competition for their own survival are an ever-present menace to sugar gliders and other small animals on the island.
So many spiders. But this is scripted. You will always lose that battle, I believe.
For now. This spot isn't perfect, but good enough. Mother is showing signs that she's been bitten by a poisonous spider. The young glider, aware of his mother's predicament, heads back into the wild in search of food that may help her restore her strength.
Nest travel is now unlocked, so you have fast travel, apparently.
The habitat of the sugar glider has changed dramatically since the shift. Driven from the trees by torrential storms and forced to adapt to life on the forest floor, these tiny marsupials have shown remarkable resiliency. Where larger, brawnier animals have failed, sugar gliders continue to survive and adapt in ways that remain mysterious to us.
I haven't quite figured the map out yet. But the only place I can go is to the butterfly side quest, so that's where we're going.
Up above, the open air of the forest. But to get there, the gliders will have to navigate this treacherous gorge.
Still trying to figure out how much you have to press to eat food. It's not super clear. I'm trying to stay in the tall grasses and catch the butterflies when they're nearby, with mixed success. There too. Not gonna mess with that guy. Missed my timing. Trying to get a sense of the pattern. And got it.
Remarkably, the glider catches butterflies but does not eat them. Instead, he stores them for later.
So afraid of water now. I'm like, no, don't make me go near the water. No, don't make me go near the water.
Extraordinary. The glider has fed the butterflies to his mother, who now appears to be recovering from her spider bite. There is no reason a butterfly should provide an antidote for spider venom, and yet it appears to have done so. Is it possible the nectar or pollen the butterflies have been feeding on contains some hidden properties we are as yet unaware of? And how did the sugar glider know that this antidote would do the trick? The answers to these and...
Yeah, I don't like that the game sometimes cuts off the narration like that.
The open air of the forest. But to get there, the gliders will have to navigate this treacherous gorge.
But anyway, having saved Mama Glider, this is where I called it a day. Thought that was a good save point. So I hope you all enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. And we will be back for more Away at a later date. Alright, have a good one, everyone.